Hey, what's up? This is A12 bringing you my week 1 match of the EDC, and this week we're taking on Godbear, and as you can see, he has a very scary team, consisting of the Urshifu, Serperior, Electros, Latias, Terapagos, and Weezing. Weezing coming is a little bit unfortunate, as a lot of my game plan this week is coming down to especially defensive boosting Gouging Fire with the booster energy. In terms of expected leads, I expect him to probably lead the Urshifu. So I'm just going to lead with Pheasantipity as, Pheasantipity is going to be very strong against Urshifu should it lead, as I'm like an all-offensive Pheasantipity, which is speed crept for the Urshifu should he be like a band or just a Sword Stance variant. He told me before the match that he is a Terra Dark variant on his Urshifu, which is going to be interesting to note. So, in terms of important things I note, just pre-game, he does not have a Rock Switch-In. His Rock Switch-In is the Urshifu. So, my Choice Banded Iron Boulder will be able to just do a lot of work to his team, as I think it can get a kill basically any time I can create a situation for it to come in. Normally I would lead with it, but I'm fairly certain he leads Urshifu, and just in case it is a Scarf Urshifu, I don't want to lead with my Boulder. So let's see what he does. Latias, that is not what I wanted to see. Okay. So I lead Pheasantipity on his Latias. And here, do I switch out or do I stay in? The con to me staying in is that letting my Pheasantipity get weakened will make the Urshifu a bigger problem should it be like a Scarf variant. But at the same time, I don't want to go Snorlax directly out into this Latias, as I kind of want Snorlax healthy to deal with the Terapagos. This is a tough decision. I think what I'm going to... see his team. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay in and U-turn. Hopefully he doesn't miss ball or Psychic or Psyshock, and he missballs. Okay. So I take a big chunk on my Pheasantipity. Unfortunate, but that was just a good lead on his end, which I wasn't really expecting. So I get my U-turn off, and here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right out into my Boulder, as, once again, he doesn't have a Rock Switch-In besides his Urshifu, and Urshifu isn't going to appreciate a Terra Rock Mighty Cleave. Nor do I think he'll stay in or switch into it out of fear of my potential close combat the following turn should I not be a choice set, as a lot of boulders tend not to be choiced. Now I can kind of brain dead click Mighty Cleave here, honestly. As you can see, he just doesn't have good Rock Switch-Ins. Yeah. I could make the close combat play. No, I think I'm just gonna go for the brain dead Mighty Cleave. Yeah. That makes the most sense. Take my free kill or take the important chip on Urshifu. He switches out. Okay, so he made the Urshifu play. Good play. Oh wait, Weezing. That's interesting. Am I gonna two-shot this? I'm pretty sure a Band Boulder Mighty Cleave should be able to two-shot a Weezing. And Weezing gone will be fantastic for my Gouging Fire endgame, as this was basically his only check to Gouging Fire. Yeah. So I Mighty Cleave. Hopefully this will be a two-hit KO, and hopefully he stays in the following turn to let Weezing go down. Should that happen, I'm pretty sure my Gouging Fire is very close to just winning the game. Like, barring his Terapagos being like a Thunder Wave or Toxic set. Which is possible. I mean, Terapagos can run utility variants, and it would make sense he would run a utility variant into Gouging Fire. So here he's going to think about this for a while. I think what he's going to do is, I think he's probably going to go out into Urshifu because he knows that I'm a banded Boulder at this point. But we'll see. He could sack this Weezing, which is the optimal set of plays for me, but I don't think he will. But he is thinking about this for a while, so he's either like perseverating or he's calking. Okay, so he lets his Weezing go down. That is absolutely amazing for me. That was basically one of his only checks to my Gouging Fire. So here, I imagine he's going to go out into the Urshifu, as, yeah, he knows that I am banded at this point. And he is Terra Dark. I don't think he's going to Terra immediately, as this is his only rock resist. If he Terras, he loses his only rock resist. But I'm just going to sack off Fezandipiti, as Fezandipiti, when it's weakened like this, it's kind of useless. Like, I mean, it's decent for checking his Urshifu, but I don't know. If he has a Scarf Urshifu, Fezandipiti is useless. As he Terras. I don't agree with that Terra play. Yeah. I don't think he needed to Terra there. I mean, him Terraing reveals that he's Wicked Blowing this turn, but I think he should have preserved his only rock resist. As he Wicked Blows, this will definitely take out my Fezandipiti. I am a offensive variant, not a defensive variant, and I had like no HP left. Crit mattered? No, it's Wicked Blow. Okay, so who do I go here? I could go Boulder and throw him with the close combat. I know that, I mean, I know that Boulder Mighty Cleave isn't going to be able to one-shot an Urshifu, so I don't think I can flick the Mighty Cleave. So I think Boulder in close combat's my play, is because with the Fezandipiti down, I do not have a good check to this. Like, Snorlax is going to go down, Gouging Fire will take chip, which I don't want it to take. Hydrapple can take the hit, but can't one-shot it back. And if it is a banned variant, the Wicked Blow should be able to one-shot my Rotom, as I am an offensive Rotom. So here, I'm just going to click Close Combat. I really want to click the Mighty Cleave, predicting him to switch out, but I can't afford Boulder going down here. Like, Boulder is one of my 2 best win conditions, which I'm sure he's very well aware of. Now, even though I'm flicking Close Combat, I'm pretty sure he goes Latios here, as, yeah, he switches out, probably going to be Latios. As Latios is kind of his most optional Pokemon in this matchup, it doesn't do a whole lot with my Snorlax around. Yep. Do I 2-shot? No, I don't 2-shot. Okay. So that's unfortunate. So I have to switch out, we'll just switch out into... I think I'm going to go Snorlax, yeah. Yeah, I mean, T basically has no normal resist, and Snorlax will be able to take any hit this wants to go for. Even if he is like a Psyshock or Aurasphere variant, or if he's just Draco. So I go Lax. He reveals Aurasphere, that should do nothing. Yeah, that does nothing. Okay. Now, I could Double Edge here, but I don't want Snorlax taking that recoil, as I kind of want it healthy to deal with his Drapko should it be like a more offensive variant. So I'm just going to Body Slam, as he doesn't have a normal resist, and it'll do a large chunk to whatever wants to come in. I immediately regret not pressing Double Edge. I'm pretty sure the banded Double Edge would have one-shotted this Urshifu. I was surprised that he risked that. Oh, technical difficulties. As I get the Para's Vig, okay. I'm sorry to my opponent, that Para definitely matters a lot, as now Urshifu is slower than basically everything besides the Snorlax, which I want to preserve. So, if he's Scarf, my Rotom will take the hit. If he's Banded, my Rotom will go down to either the Wicked Blow or the Close Combat. So, I'll go Rotom, as also Rotom's just my most optional Pokemon at this point. Hydrapple's valuable for dealing with, for dealing with the Electros. Yeah, Rotom's my most optional Pokemon. I'll sack it off. Should he be a banned set? Should he be a Scarf set, then my Rotom will be able to basically revenge kill this. Okay, he's banded. Fair enough, fair enough. So here, I can just go immediately out into my, my Boulder and get a free kill, as he does not have a Rock Switch in once again, as he elected to Terra his Urshifu, and his Urshifu is sufficiently chipped. I know that he is banded, so I know that... I know that he won't be able to Sucker Punch me the next turn. I think he's going to preserve this Urshifu, as Urshifu is a fantastic way for him to apply pressure to my Snorlax, which he otherwise will kind of struggle with, as his team looks very special heavy with what he has left. Yeah, so he's definitely... I think he's going to preserve Urshifu, but we'll see. What would I sack if I were him? If I were him, I would probably sack Terapagos if it's not toxic. if Terrapagos is toxic, I would probably sack our whatchamacallit, Serperior. As Serperior is kind of bad into Hydrapple. As he sacks Latios, fair enough. Yeah, Latios was another Pokemon that was kind of optional for him. So Latios goes down, and who does he go out into against Boulder? Probably Terrapagos, and he's probably gonna Thunder Wave or Toxic me to either slow me down or put my Boulder on the timer. He could Earth Power also, or go for Aura Sphere should he have it, but I don't know. I assume this Terrapagos is gonna be a status variant. Terra Shift. And I don't want this getting Toxic or Thunder Waved. So I'm going to go out into my Snorlax, as Snorlax will be able to take hit should he go for an offensive move, and should he go for a status move, Snorlax doesn't really care about status. Toxic would be a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. Okay, so I go Snorlax, he Earth Powers, fair enough. I probably should have stayed in then, but I didn't want to risk Toxic or Thunder Wave on the Terrapagos, or not the Terrapagos, the Boulder. So I'm just going to Body Slam. I mean, once again, he has no normal resist, so Body Slam's going to do a large chunk to whatever wants to come in. If I were him, I would go Serperior right now, as Serperior is really bad into my team, as he sacks our Shifu. Okay, I think the only, with Urshifu down, the only physical Pokemon he has left is the Drain Punch Electros. As Serperior is special, Terrapagos is special, and Tizazamon. Yeah, he only has 3 Mons left, the Serperior, the Terrapagos, and the Eel. Serperior and Terrapagos both will lose to my Snorlax 1v1, so he goes Eel, fair enough. So, on his Eel, I'm just going to go out into Hydrapple. Hydrapple's kind of a dedicated Eel check. And honestly, I think this game is probably over, as I'm pretty sure... Oh, he's a Coil variant, okay. As I'm pretty sure Gouging Fire will be able to clean up. As with what he has left, he revealed he probably isn't like toxic on his Terrapagos. So what he has left is Eel, Terrapagos Superior, Gouging Fire 1v1s, Gouging Fire will 1v1 the Superior, and it will 1v1 the Terrapagos. The only questionable thing is, will it be able to 1v1 the Eel? I'm pretty sure it should be, as I am a Breaking Swipe set. So even though he could boost his attack with potential foil, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure my Breaking Swipe will be able to lower his attack enough to where I could just set up in its face. Oh, he's Dragon Tail. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. So I think my game plan then is to sack 3 Pokemon so he can't Dragon Tail out my Gouging Fire, then proceed to win with Gouging Fire. As I think the only way he could potentially win is if he gets a crit. So, I mean, I can go for the Mighty Cleave, but he'll just Drain Punch back. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I think this game is over. I'm just trying to think if there's a way I can win without without losing too much differential. As a Gouging Fire endgame is something I can do, but if I do that, I'll only win 1-0. So I'm just going to go out into my Hydrapple to try to be able to 1v1 this Eel with Hydrapple to hopefully save a little bit of differential. As he Drain Punches, that does nothing. Okay. Now, what do I click on this? I think I probably just click Fickle Beam. Yeah, I'll click Fickle Beam to try to bait for the 30% chance for it to be a 160 move, as that will just be able to a large chunk to the Seal. Yeah. So hopefully I get the base 160 move, as that will allow my Hydrapple to 1v1 the Seal. as otherwise I think he's like especially defensive. Yeah, I think he's like especially defensive eel, but I'm just gonna Giga Drain this turn to try to get a little bit of HP back. As he Drain Punches, fair enough. He gets some HP back, I Giga Drain, I get some HP back. And yeah, this is going to be a little bit drawn out. Especially since he has the leftovers, which is going to make the animations last a little bit longer. So I'm just going to Leaf Storm this turn. Hopefully it'll be able to take out this eel. I could have baited for the Fickle Beams, but I don't really see a point. So I'm going to Leaf Storm. This will do a large chunk. It's like base 130. Yeah, so hopefully my Hydra will be able to revenge kill this with the Leaf Storm the following turn. Actually, no, he's probably going to Drain Punch and recover enough so that he isn't in Leaf Storm range, but we'll find out. Yep, he Drain Punches. I don't know if he's out of Leaf Storm range at that range. Is he? Yeah, he's out of Leaf Storm range, okay. So I go Leaf Storm again, lower my special attack, and I imagine he Drain Punches again. And after that, I'll probably go out into my Iron Boulder. Yeah, I think after I click this Leaf Storm, I'll go out into Boulder to try to take this out with the Mighty Cleave. As, once again, I want to preserve Differential. I know that the Gouging Fire will eventually win endgame, but Differential is nice. Yeah. So he's thinking about this for a while. Okay. So he takes out my Hydrapple. Fair enough. Kind of regret not bringing more offensive Hydrapple, but that's fine. I think I brought like EV, especially defensive, to deal with the Superior. Okay, so I'm just going to go Boulder here, kind of Brain Deadly, and click Mighty Cleave and hope Mighty Cleave takes it out so I can preserve a bit of Differential. Yep. I could have fished for Zen Headbutt flinches, but I'm pretty sure Mighty Cleave will probably take it out at this range, as I'm pretty sure he's especially defensive eel. Let's see, do I take him out? This will be big. No, I don't. Okay. So I think this game is going to be a 1-0 Gouging Fire wins. Like, unless there's like some very surprising thing that he has on either the Superior or his Terapagos. It's because he can still be like a Thunderwave or Toxic Terapagos, which would potentially win, but I'm pretty sure if he was Thunderwave or Toxic, he would have clicked that on my Boulder before. So I'm just going to sack Snorlax so that he can't Dragon Tail my Gouging Fire once it's in. I'm just going to click Double Edge. I mean, this eel is going to outspeed and one-shot my Snorlax, but that's fine. So Lax goes down. And we're in a situation of Gouging Fire versus the Seal. I'm pretty sure I can just Breaking Swipe the Seal to death, even with his coiled attack boosts, as Breaking Swipe will lower his attack every time I go for it. I reveal my specially defensive booster energy, so I reveal that if he is like in Ernst Power Terapagos won't be able to make any progress against us. And I'll just click Breaking Swipe. Lower his attack. Another way I could potentially win is if I crit... Well, one way I can win this faster is if I crit Breaking Swipe, which would be nice. So I'm just going to click Breaking Swipe again, like just keep lowering his attack until his attack is basically 0, and then I'll just Dragon Dance in his space, or I'll just go for Heat Crash or something to win. I lower his attack again. He coils, boosts his attack again, and this is going to be a long battle, but I'm pretty sure Gouging Fire wins us. Yeah, this is going to be a little drawn out. But I'm just going to Dragon Dance to show him that I have Dragon Dance so that I can boost past his Superior speed so he can't like glare cheese me. So I boost my attack, I boost my speed, he coils, boosts his attack, boosts his defense, and now I just Breaking Swipe to lower his attack again. Yeah. Sorry if this is a little bit of a boring endgame, but wait, did he surrender? Yeah, I think he probably surrendered. I'm pretty sure Gouging Fire won that. So me and my opponent both talked about this afterwards, and we each weren't sure who won that situation. Neither of us wanted to replay that exact situation again, as that exact situation would have taken a lot of turns to do. So what we decided to do was, I offered a draw, he accepted the draw, but the people who ran the league don't exactly smile upon draws. So they said that we had to replay the matchup in order for neither of us to get a double forfeit loss. I was willing to replay it. My opponent wasn't willing to replay it out of fear of potentially revealing what he could do for playoffs, which is fair enough. So instead of replaying the match, my opponent just forfeited to me. So we are 1-0 with a 1-0 differential, and see you guys next week.